Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope all is well with you and yours. Today is all about the Sunday Roundup, right? What my outlook is for the coming week. Of course, that's based upon, what I looked at as happening in the previous week and then what my horizons are, right? So there are a few things going on. You have a lot of movement in crypto with regard to hard forks and upgrades, yada yada yada, merges, you know what I mean? So the Ethereum merge I thought would give a little bit of a pop. Instead, it gave a bit of a drop, right? So it dropped, it's in the 14s now, it was in the 16s before, so it dropped down there. And I want you to play this over in your head. I've made a few transactions with Ethereum since the merge. So I have a non-custodial wallet, Koinomi. I was holding some crypto there, holding some ETH there, and they had not made all the transitions so their wallet could support the new merge, right? So I said, well, I'm kind of looking to consolidate anyway. Let me move over my ETH. Move my ETH. The fees were I think I paid 17 cents. So it's not supposed to affect the fees, but it is affecting the fees. My fees were 17 cents. That's pretty cool. That's pretty wicked. Haven't seen that on Ethereum forever. Now, I don't know if it's because there wasn't so much congestion. Maybe there's the normal congestion. I didn't go back to look at the volume following the merge. So I'm pretty sure there's something that can be explained there. But what I realize is, I don't like my microphone all the way over there. Sorry about that, folks. Got to move it. So what I do like is that the transaction was very fast. Again, I have not looked to see if there is any kind of volume at that moment or anything else like that. Just used it, offhand to move some stuff. Koinomi is working on supporting Ethereum post-merge, by the way. It's not that they're not. They are. I actually like the wallet. That wasn't the point of the story. The point of the story was everything seemed to move faster. Everything seemed to move to be cheaper. Seemed to have the same reliability. I was able to see things happen in one wallet. As a matter of fact, the transaction would happen in the wallet, in the sending wallet, faster than the receiving wallet. Like the sending wallet was able to come back and tell me, oh yeah, that's done. Go check it out on Etherscan. Go check it out on Etherscan. It's done. Second wallet hasn't even picked that up yet. Go into the wallet, refresh, boom, there it is. And as I was speaking, that was the length of time of the transaction. That's pretty damn slick. But again, we have to look at the volume of what's going on the chain or things like that. So that's going to take nothing but time and transactions to actually be able to measure anything like that. That said, I am an Ethereum fan. I'm a fan of a few coins. The same coins that I put in the video a few months ago. Go check it out. So looking at Ethereum, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But remember, that merge just sets the stage for everything else that they want to do with Ethereum. That is the big difference between the Ethereum merge moving over to proof of stake and Cardano's already being proof of stake and their Vasil hard fork. So there's been a lot of chatter out of Charles Hoskinson, throwing little barbs like, hey, I don't understand why you've got to lock everybody in just because you're, doing this. There are ways that you don't have to lock in staking in that way. That's him. But I will say Cardano is another layer one. So you kind of have to pay attention to it. Cardano is also in the top 10. Pay attention to it. Cardano already has a lot of projects running on it. Pay attention to it. There is actually a lot going on the Cardano blockchain. And there's more to come.
I'm sorry, but
Oh my God. What's with this freaking Cortana thing? So when I look at it, I'm sitting back and I'm going, Cardano's Vasil hard grade is going to be a bigger deal. Now, I had purchased some Ethereum previous to the merge because I was hoping for the pop. I was also purchasing because it's obviously significantly off its highs. So I lost money in comparison to the merge on that particular block or particular purchase, right? But clearly, I believe it's going to pop again and hit new highs. When that is, no idea. None. I also bought some Cardano previous to the Vasil hard fork. And the reason why is because the Vasil hard fork is bringing a hell of a lot more to the Cardano blockchain. So what I'm suspecting is the difference will be Ethereum is setting the stage for future things that they're working on. Cardano's is actually bringing all that right now. So on the 22nd, Thursday, the hard fork's going to happen, and I have a funny feeling you're going to see a lot more projects take off on that chain. For example, the Cardano Foundation just signed a deal with Georgia, not the United States of, not the state of the United States, but Georgia, the country. Did you know they're a big winemaker? Well, they want to do something with regard to tracking the authenticity of the wines as they go out. And they want to do it with Cardano. Again, another level one that's making moves. Nowhere near the level of an Ethereum. But with projects running on it, already proof of stake, already operating with an environmental sense of it, they did a lot of work. And it's going to be interesting to see that play off. I think that when that hard fork happens, you're going to hear about projects and their next moves because of what the hard fork brought. So I've kind of loaded up on Cardano. I've loaded up a bit. Something else that I'm paying attention to in the future is Binance's CEO, CZ, likes what the White House put out. And I want you to stop and think about that. You're talking about something that the Biden administration put out about, regulating the cryptoverse that has its eye on not hampering innovation, but regulating cowboy-like foolishness that could happen, right? Fraud, misuse, blah, blah, blah. With a keen eye on protecting retail investors, normal people that are not in the financial industry, that don't necessarily have the prowess of people with that kind of experience and training. So there's a lot to like. Binance is the first exchange to actually come out there and say, yeah, liking this. Really liking this. One of the reasons why I like it is because they recognize that the Treasury is going to have to be involved, the SEC is going to have to be involved, and the CFTC is going to have to be involved. Treasury, right? Makes sense. Money. SEC, because yes, some of these freaking things are securities. Let's not have that debate. Let's just figure out which ones are securities, and the commodities. Well, let's figure out which ones are commodities, and let's stop the yap about what we think is there. In other words, Gary Gensler, shut the hell up. I think that the CFTC should say what they believe is a commodity, and then let whatever they deem not to be a commodity to fall under the SEC. The reason for that is because I think they will take a more pragmatic approach to making such a determination, right? Gary Gensler doesn't want to take the time to actually admit to anything. He doesn't want to take the time to have a pragmatic approach to figuring out what the correct legislation should be or regulations should be to manage the cryptoverse. In other words, I don't trust the little beady-eyed mofo. And the reason why is because he likes to lead with an iron fist, which means that he's not transparent. The only thing that's transparent about Gary Gensler is the fact that he's going to treat everything with an iron fist instead of giving thought, meaningful thought. I think the CFTC is poised and ready to give meaningful thought. And I think the Treasury will be used with both of those agencies to kind of make sure that they're moving in the right directions. I think that it would be beneficial to allow that to happen. Because there are a lot of projects out there, coins, tokens, that are securities. But when you have a chairman that gets out in the world and says, oh, now it's a security. Wait a minute. Now it's a security? Whoa. Let me scratch my head for a moment. Why are you still going after Ripple if now Ethereum is a security? Because that would say previously it's not a security. So again, why are you going after Ripple versus everything else? Is it because Ripple was actually being leveraged by a lot of financial institutions to move money cross-border, fast, secure? Is that why? So you chose to go after Ripple and not another coin. Just trying to figure out why. Trying to understand why you want to hide things that were said in public that would have impact on your case. Yes, negative impact on your case against Ripple. So no, I do not trust Gary Gensler and his henchmen at the SEC. I would put more faith in the CFTC to take a more fair approach. Would I like all of their decisions? Probably not. You don't agree with anybody, even yourself, 100% of the time. What I do believe is that they would do a better job. A more faithful job, a more transparent job. Something else that I'm paying attention to, is the fact that when you put all that together, remember what I've been talking about this week? There's a new feature in the Coinbase app that lets you track whether or not a particular person in Congress, politician, is in favor of or opposed to crypto. You have the United States government, the Biden administration, putting out their framework for regulating crypto. You have Binance coming out and saying, like this. You have FTX making all kinds of moves to increase their breadth of offerings to the retail space. Let us not forget, you also have Binance, you also have FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, through all of his different businesses, creating backstops for projects. Sort of like a safety net. So when I look at all of those moves, I sit back and I go, wow, there are a lot of things afoot that are really going to make the cryptoverse more secure, faster, become more of a utility, and being even longer lasting. That is what I'm looking for this week. I'm looking for regulation to start to to continue to bubble up, but not just bubble up like this. Only a certain few people know about it, but I mean stretch out. I'm suspecting that after November, we're going to hear a lot more focus and a lot more information on the cryptoverse from regulators in the United States. It's already been heating up around the world. I'm seeing more countries around the world look favorably at crypto versus not. I mentioned this week that Jay Powell wants there to be a CBDC, a US CBDC, because then he thinks that crypto would then go away. I think that there should be a CBDC. Do I think it's going to make crypto go away? No. What is on your mind? That's not what's going to happen, buddy. It's not. It's not. There are too many projects, too many utilities that are being addressed by various altcoins, even BTC. I think that's what he should be looking at, is there's a place almost for everything. There's a place for altcoins. There's a place for a CBDC. But what I'm looking for are more projects on Cardano, more talk about U.S. regulation from a thoughtful perspective, which means that bill put forward by Senators Loomis and Gillibrand, I think that's going to gain some steam. Seriously. So there's a lot going on in the space. A lot going on in the space. And here's something else to pay attention to. Republicans like Wall Street. Let's not even kid ourselves. They like Wall Street. Republicans don't like how Gary Gensler has been running the SEC. Why? Because he's been acting like he's against Wall Street. Remember, he's an 18-year guy. 18 years he spent at Goldman Sachs. Forget about the rest of his career. It's 18 years at Goldman Sachs. You survive 18 years at Goldman Sachs, you must know what the hell you're doing. He's not stupid. Let's not get it twisted. He's not stupid. He might be calculating, callous, but he's also calculating. He is not making moves that he doesn't want to make. Very calculating and very dangerous as far as I'm concerned. If it was up to him, he would squash the cryptoverse as it is and move on. It's too late for that. He had that play a long time ago. He does not have that play anymore. And it's going to be taken away from him. And here's why I believe so. You have too many traditional finance operations of businesses, firms, all over crypto. All over it. The number one, BlackRock. That ought to tell you right there. Yeah. His stint, they just have to make a phone call. And I don't think they're making phone calls. I think they're making actions. They're taking action. Doing things. Being involved in things. Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan Chase, they are doing things. Pay attention to those two firms. Pay attention to KKR. Pay attention to, all kinds of things. On the flip side, you have Ray Dalio saying, there's a lot to be worried about. And he's right. Because he's looking at it from a financial perspective. There are a lot of things that are going on that he's looking at from a global economic perspective that he says we're headed for kind of rough roads. And I believe that. I believe in it so much that I have a certain amount of money that I've earmarked for hold in cash. Hold it in cash. And have it poised to take advantage of drops. Crypto might be looking good. Cardano might be looking good. I think that whatever positive happens after Cardano's Vasil hard fork is going to be short-lived. Not that it's not deserving. Don't get me wrong. I believe that it's going to go up, a lot over time. But I think that there'll be an initial pop. And then there'll be a pull. Right? So I'm going to watch the pop, take advantage of the pop. And when everything starts to drop a little bit, I'll be pulling back because I'm going to take those profits and then I'm going to wait. That'll be more cash for me to be sitting on the side waiting. Waiting for a bottom to drop or the market to drop in the cryptoverse and waiting. Because cash will be king when things hit the bottom. And I believe the floor is going to be pulled out from under us. So if you've been making your right moves, one of your right moves should be having cash on the side. Whatever investments I have right now with regard to crypto, yeah, that's what it is. That's what it's going to be. I'm happy with that. But like I keep telling you, I also have wallets on the side that I use for trading. This is long term. This is for trading. And I think there are going to be a good amount of opportunity in the near future to do that. I also think that you're going to see a lot of changes with regard to centralized exchanges. Looking at Gate.io, they're saying, listen, we've got 50 pairs, Bitcoin, Ethereum, for spot trades that we're not going to charge fees for. So that means that it's going to force others. Binance did it, right? Binance did it. There are a few companies out there that are doing it, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's something to pay attention to. So I think that other exchanges are going to be forced to follow suit. Now, do you understand why FTX has been making the moves that they've been making? Diversifying what their offerings are. Smart. Very smart. Anyway, that's my outlook for the week. Today's not a numbers day. You just get to see my face. Oh, right down here, right about there. You're looking at, all of the companies I own. So obviously this is Eddie J on crypto. Then you have Rebel Vino and Rebel Reach. Those are two companies I own. Rebel Vino is social media for food and beverage space. Rebel Reach is our hosting platform. About to have some news on that. I know I've been teasing it for a long time. Sorry. And Rebel Visions right there is my consulting firm that owns all of that stuff. This one right here, well, let me see if I can get it for you. That one right there is the Metaverse Standards Forum, of which Rebel Visions is a principal member. Proud of the work that's going on over there. These people are amazing. They are amazing. And they're all about interoperability across the metaverse. As different areas pop up within the metaverse, wouldn't it be nice to take your 3D things along with you as you go through each one? Yeah, but there's a lot more going on and a lot more that's necessary to create an interoperable perspective on the metaverse. And that's what we're involved in. And it's fun as F. Trying to curse less. Hard for a kid from the Bronx. But this is Eddie J on crypto. Hope you like what I'm doing. Hope you like my Sunday Roundup. If you like what I'm doing, me and my kids' journey, do me a favor. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and absolutely hit the notification bell so you know when I drop a new video. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.